Good morning. We'll just give folks a minute to clear the waiting room. As a reminder, when you are entering from the waiting room, please do remain on mute unless or until you are appearing or speaking before the board. Good morning. This is a hearing before the licensing board for the city of Boston. Today is Wednesday, November 2nd, 2022. Today's hearing is being held pursuant to temporary amendments to the open meeting law. That is what allows us to meet virtually. Today's hearing is being recorded and will be posted to the City of Boston's website. Before I review procedural matters, I will introduce Chairwoman Kathleen Joyce.
Good morning. My name is Kathleen Joyce. I'm chair of the Boston Licensing Board, and I am joined today by Commissioner Liam Curran and Commissioner Kiana Saxon.
Thank you very much. Please ensure that your audio and visuals are working properly. I will call each item in the order that it appears on this morning's agenda. I will then ask who is present on behalf of the licensee or applicant. You will then make a brief presentation regarding your proposal, followed by questions by the chair and commissioners. Following questions, there will be testimony, beginning with elected officials or their representatives. Please limit your testimony to 2 minutes, and please state your name, address, and affiliation, if any. Begin with item number 1 on this morning's agenda, calling Madhouse Cafe LLC, doing business as Madhouse Cafe, located at 24 Blue Hill Ave. Has applied for a common victular license to be exercised on the above. 1 room on the first floor, including kitchen and seating. Manager Julia Shia, hours of operation 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Who is present on behalf of the applicant?
Hi, my name is Julia Shia, representing Madhouse Motors at number 24 Blue Hill Ave.
Great, thank you very much. If you could briefly present your proposal to the board.
So, again, my name is Julia Shia. I own Madhouse Motors, a motorcycle shop located at number 24 Blue Hill Ave. And over the past 2 years, we built out a small coffee shop attached to our business that the community has really been enjoying, as well as our customers. There's no coffee shop here on Blue Hill, so a lot of the neighbors have really been loving it. It's a very, very small cafe. We'll be serving just coffee and pastries. We're not cooking anything here. And yeah, just providing the community with a place to have a cup of coffee or iced tea on a normal day. And it's a separate business from the motorcycle shop, and we're really happy to even gotten this far in the process. So and thank you guys for the time with the meeting.
Thank you for that explanation. Julia, are there any seats in this cafe?
Yes, there's a few.
Okay, how many, do you know?
We have an eight seat capacity.
Okay, so this is a separate room altogether from the motorcycle shop.
Completely, yep.
Okay. I don't have any other questions. Commissioner Curran or Commissioner Saxon?
No questions from me, thank you.
Did you get the hours or the days of the week?
It's 7 to 4.
7 days a week?
Every day except for Mondays.
Okay.
Thank you. Any further questions from the board? Okay, are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes, good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board. Keisha Santana from the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. Since there was previous occupancy on the site, there's really no issues in terms of for the licensing in terms of abutters or community members. And at this time, we would like to defer judgment to the board.
Thank you. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement. Thank you. Calling item number 2, Shaw's Supermarkets, Inc., doing business as Star Market, located at 53 Huntington Ave. Holder of a retail package store, all alcoholic beverages license, has petitioned for a change of officers, directors, LLC, manager of the corporation. And Attorney Zazula, is item 3 the same transactional matter as well?
Yes, that's fine.
All right, I'll read that into the record as well. And item 3, Star Markets Company, Inc., doing business as Star Market, located at 90 Causeway Street. Holder of a retail package store, all alcoholic beverages license, has petitioned for a change of officers, directors, LLC, manager of the corporation. Attorney Zazula, you may proceed.
Yes, thank you, Attorney Green. Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board, Attorney Nick Zazula, McDermott, Quilty, and Miller, here on behalf of both of these licensees. Shaw's and Star Markets. This is just an administrative housekeeping item. For both of the licenses, change of officers and directors, removing Gary Morton as a director, vice president, and corporate officer. In his place, adding a Mr. Cody Perdue as a new director and corporate officer. Also removing John Scuchamara as director, and in his place, adding Eric Myers as a new director. So that's why we filed these amendment applications for both licenses. Just looking to update these individuals to keep them consistent with what's on file with the Secretary of State. For the licensee entities, the rest of the names on the liquor license will remain unchanged. There are no operational changes to the licenses, to the stores themselves, layout, hours, or anything like that. So this is strictly, again, administrative updates and changes. Happy to answer any questions you might have, but pretty straightforward overall. Thank you.
Thank you, Attorney Zazula. I don't have any questions. Commissioner Curran, Commissioner Saxon, do you?
I do not. Thank you.
None for me, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on these matters, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? Any other individuals who would like to testify on these items? Thank you. The board will take this under advisement as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Calling item number 4, Rye Tub Inc. doing business as the Alley Bar located at 237 to 275 Washington Street. Holder of a common victualler 7-day alcoholic beverages license has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business from Damian Tubrit to Courtney G. Furno. Attorney Dennis Quilty. Attorney Quilty.
Good morning, Attorney Green, Madam Chair, members of the board. Dennis Quilty, attorney representing the licensee Rye Tub Inc. With us is the former manager and the owner of the business, Mr. Tubrit, and the proposed new manager of record, Mr. Furno. I saw him earlier. There he is. Courtney, can you unmute yourself there? There you go. So there's very simply a longstanding licensee at this location. Mr. Tubrit, again, is the owner of the business, has been the manager of record for many years, seeks to move on to those responsibilities to his longtime employee, Mr. Furno, who has vast experience in this establishment, having worked with us for many years, and is ready to answer any of the questions regarding his background. He is a United States citizen, a Mass resident, and he has experience in the food and beverage industry. Thank you very much. Mr. Furno, just stand by. There may be some questions for you.
Thank you, Attorney Quilty. I think you covered all the questions, except let me just make sure we get on the record. Mr. Furno, are you familiar with the rules and regulations of this board, the ABCC, and the laws of the Commonwealth as they pertain to the sale and service of alcohol?
Yes, I am.
Okay, thank you. I don't have any other questions. Commissioners, do you?
No questions for me. Thank you.
None for me, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? The board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling item number 5, Congress Fine Dining LLC doing business as Lucky's located at 355 to 359 Congress Street. Holder of a common victualler 7-day alcoholic beverages license has petitioned to change the manager from Matthew Casey to Nelson Burns, who is present on behalf of the licensee.
Good morning, Katina Corapines, Risk Manager for the Lions Group, representing Lucky's.
Great. Thank you. If you could please present to the board, and if you could introduce Nelson Burns to us.
Oh, I see him. So Nelson has been a longtime employee of Lucky's Lounge. The original manager, Matthew Casey, has moved on, and the company has sought to promote Mr. Burns to manager of record.
Thank you, Chairman Joyce. Any questions?
Thank you. Mr. Burns, are you a citizen?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Are you a resident of Massachusetts?
Yes, I am.
And where do you live?
833 East 4th in South Boston.
Okay. And what is your experience in the food and beverage industry?
I've been at Lucky's for about 16 years. I've done everything from the door to bartending to bar manager to general manager for the last 2.5 years.
Okay.
And I also before that bartending for years.
Okay. Are you familiar with the rules and regulations of this board, the ABCC, and the laws of the Commonwealth as they pertain to the sale and service of alcohol?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I don't have any further questions. Do you, Commissioner Curran or Commissioner Saxon?
No questions for me. Thank you.
None for me, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling item number 6, Del Frisco's of Boston LLC, doing business as Del Frisco, located at 230 Northern Ave, holder of a common victular 7-day all alcoholic beverages license, has petitioned to change the manager from Thomas Ruperto to Nicholas Phelps, who is present on behalf of the licensee.
Nicholas Phelps, General Manager in Seaport here.
Great. Thank you very much, Mr. Phelps. Would it be possible to turn your camera on so the board can see that you're present and with us?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that.
Not a problem.
There we go.
Thank you. Chairman Joyce, would you like to proceed with the questions for the manager of record?
Yes, thank you. Are you a citizen?
Yes,
Are you a resident of the Commonwealth?
yes, I am.
And where do you live?
I live in West Roxbury.
And what is your experience in the food and beverage industry?
I've got about 15 years of management, general management experience, as well as service in Boston, New York, Chicago, Philadelphia, as well as a few areas in Texas.
Okay. Are you familiar with the rules and regulations of this board, the ABCC, and the laws of the Commonwealth as they pertain to the sale and service of alcohol?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. I don't have any questions at this time. Commissioners, do you?
Nothing further from me. Thank you.
None for me, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Calling item number 7, Seaport Social Limited Partnership, doing business as Seaport Social, located at 225 Northern Ave, holder of a common victular 7-day all alcoholic beverages license, has petitioned to change the manager from Jennifer Glover to Adrian Fuentes. Attorney Kristen Scanlon. Attorney Scanlon.
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board. Kristen Scanlon representing the licensee. Signed on with us this morning is the proposed manager of record, Adrian Fuentes, for Seaport Social at 225 Northern Ave, which is just getting open this week, actually. Adrian is a U.S. citizen and a Massachusetts resident, currently living in Peabody, and he has extensive experience in the restaurant industry, including positions as executive chef for the past decade plus in the greater Boston area. So he's very familiar with the rules and regulations as it relates to the service and sale of alcohol. We're both here, of course, to answer any questions that the board might have otherwise.
Thank you, Attorney Scanlon, and thank you for joining us, Mr. Fuentes. I don't have any further questions at this point. Commissioner Curran or Commissioner Saxon, do you?
I do. Thank you.
None for me, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Board will take this under advisement. Thank you. Calling item number 8, 378 Center Street, Inc., doing business as the Brendan B. Ann Pub, located at 378A Center Street in Jamaica Plain. Holder of a common victular 7-day all alcoholic beverages license, has petitioned to amend the rear private patio closing hour of the licensed business from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. Attorney Scanlon once again.
Morning again, Madam Chair, members of the board. Kristen Scanlon again for the record for the licensee. And signed on with us this morning is Michelle Soltani, who is the owner of the Brendan B. Ann Pub in Jamaica Plain. The proposal before you is to extend the hours of the private back patio from 10 p.m. to midnight. By way of background, Mr. Soltani is a longtime business and community leader in both JP and Mission Hill. He previously had Mission Bar and Grill on Huntington Ave, and he has a fantastic reputation as a civic-minded and transparent business owner. This particular pub has been in existence for over 30 years and has long been an anchor business of Hyde Square in JP. Mr. Soltani purchased this business in 2007 and subsequently 10 years later purchased the entire building. Since the rear patio opened at the pub, it has been a much needed and welcomed outdoor gathering space in the neighborhood with no known issues to the neighborhood. one of the main reasons he's asking for the extension is because with COVID, it's totally changed people's sentiments, as I know the board is very well aware. And people appreciate and want fresh air for a safer feeling in order to feel a little bit more back to normal while they're out socializing. In the winter, the patio is covered and heated and designed to circulate air while it is covered. And with the limited capacity for seating on the patio, which is only 23, which is not proposed to change, as well as limited options for outdoor space in general throughout the neighborhood, we would hope that this proposal will not adversely affect the surrounding neighborhood, but rather provide both the pub and the neighborhood increased options for season outdoor gathering space. But as far as community outreach is concerned, we did have a mayor's office sponsored meeting on September 28th, as well as we met with the JP Neighborhood Council Public Services Committee last night. Both were met with strong support by various JP residents and business owners alike, including nearby and immediate abutters, and also as evidenced by the 70+ support letters that we submitted to the board. Again, many of whom are nearby and immediate abutters who vocalized at both meetings they'd like to do anything they can to support the establishment. Many people who view it as a tremendous asset to the neighborhood that doesn't have much outdoor seating or quaint gathering places for all 4 seasons. Michelle and I, of course, are happy to answer any questions or address any concerns that the board might have regarding the proposal.
Thank you. Chairman Joyce, any questions for the licensee?
Attorney Scanlon, can you remind us how many seats are on this outdoor patio?
23.
23, okay. I don't have any questions at this time.
Not at this time as well.
None for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Hi, yes. Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board. Tiffany Caballero here from the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. Like mentioned in the previous testimony, our office facilitated a butters meeting on Wednesday, September 28th for this longtime establishment in JP. At this meeting, there was overwhelming support. Additionally, this applicant managed to receive support from the Jamaica Plain Neighborhood Council, Public Service Committee, and the 3 Square Main Streets District. I currently have over 70 letters of support. At this time, the Mayor's Office would like to defer to the board's judgment. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? I see a raised hand from Michael Reiskind. Mr. Reiskind, you may please proceed.
I'm Michael Reiskind. I live at 425 South Huntington Avenue in Jamaica Plain, member of the Jamaica Plain Neighborhood Council and chair of its Public Service Committee. We had a neighborhood hearing on this issue yesterday, November 1st. The applicants flyered the whole neighborhood, 2 blocks in every direction. This is a year-round patio that was approved for year-round operation in January of this year. The main issue, of course, is noise. This is a multi-use building with tenants upstairs in the same building. However, it is tented or has a canopy during the winter. All attendees at the neighborhood hearing yesterday were in support, many in strong support because of the reputation of the manager, Michelle Soltani. There were 2 upstairs neighbors, tenants, who spoke in support, and 1 next door neighbor. So the committee was very confident in recommending support. There were also support letters from the city councilor, the state representative, and the local 3 Squares Main Street, as well as a petition of over 70 names. So we ask you to approve this request. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Sorry, Chairman Joyce, did you have something else you wanted to add?
Yeah, can we just clarify, is it going to be 7 days a week until midnight?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any further questions? And with no further testimony, the board will take this matter under advisement as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling item number 9, LMP BTR LLC, doing business as Silver Dove Afternoon Tea, located at 18 Tremont Street. Holder of a common victual or 7-day wines and malt beverages license, has petitioned to change the classification of its license to wines, malt beverages, and liqueurs pursuant to the authority contained in Chapter 481 of the Acts of 1994. Attorney Dennis Quilty. Attorney Quilty.
Good morning again. Attorney Green, Madam Chair, members of the board, Dennis Quilty, attorney representing the licensee. With us is Patrick Brewster, who is the owner, operator, and manager of record. This matter, the initial matter of transfer of license to this location was heard and approved by this board on August 3rd. Subsequently, we discovered that it was an oversight that we did not request the cordials at the same time as the application. We're here before you today to hopefully resolve that issue. It is a small, limited hours operation in the downtown business district. A very interesting menu and concept of finger foods, coffees, teas, wines, champagnes, etc., for which the availability of liqueurs would be a perfect amenity for Mr. Brewster and his clientele, and that is the reason for the application. We are certainly happy to answer any of your questions. We did meet in the initial go around, if you will, with the bid. We reached out to ONS on this one and were advised by Chulan Huang, who was here with us this morning, that we did not need to do any further outreach, given the existence of the license at the location. So we are here to answer any questions you may have. Thank you.
I have no questions. Commissioner Curran, Commissioner Saxon, do you?
I do not. Thank you.
None for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Good afternoon, Madam Chair, members of the board. This is Chulan Huang from the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. And our Butters meeting was facilitated by our office on July 27th of 2022. There were no opposition to my knowledge. At this time, we would like to defer judgments to the board.
Good morning, Madam of the Chair, members of the board. Ana Calderon from Council President Flink's office. The councilor would like to go on record in support. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Calling item number 10, Fen Feet Inc., doing business as Bangkok Bistro, located at 433 Washington Street in Brighton. Holder of a common victular 7-day wines and malt beverages license has petitioned to transfer the license from the above to Aim Corporation, doing business as Bala Mao Restaurant at the same location. Piaut Parignaut manager, 1 a.m. closing hour. Secondly, has updated the description of premise from in one room with kitchen and storage in the back, entrance exits in the front and back with no basement. 2, restaurant is 1 large dining room with seating for 15 at 7 tables and an additional 4 seats at a small bar. Single bathroom near the entrance. Kitchen and storage are in the back, all shown on floor plan attached at the end of the application on file with the board. 1 entrance exit is in front and 1 in back, 1 floor only, no upstairs or basement. Attorney David Walensky. Attorney Walensky.
Good morning, Mr. Green, Madam Chair, members of the board. Thank you very much for giving us a few minutes today. I'm David Walensky. I represent Aim Corporation, which is the company that is seeking transfer of the license into their name. Joining us today also is Piaut Parignaut, who is the principal of Aim Corporation and will be the owner manager of the restaurant upon hopeful approval of the license transfer. This is an application for a transfer of a license with virtually no change to the operations of the establishment, except for the identity of the applicant. A Thai restaurant has been operating at this location in Brighton on this premises for almost 10 years, since 2013 by FanFit Corporation, the present holder of the license. The owner, unfortunately, has had some family health issues that he's needed to attend to. And that prevents him from continuing on. And Mr. Parignaut and Aim Corporation are excited for the opportunity to take over this space. As I mentioned, it's been a Thai restaurant, and it will continue to be a Thai restaurant. The seating will remain the same. It's been described in some great detail because we were asked to update the description of the premises from the prior application. So the seating will remain the same. And in fact, the entire configuration of the restaurant and its hours of operation will remain the same. There are certainly going to be some new coats of paint, some cosmetic improvements, a new menu perhaps. But essentially, it's been a Thai restaurant and is going to remain a Thai restaurant that's been very well supported within the community. Mr. Paranyawat has worked in the restaurant business for almost 20 years. Most recently, he owned and operated the Mix-It restaurant in Cambridge, which he sold earlier this year, enabling him to pursue this opportunity. Mr. Paranyawat is a U.S. citizen. He resides here in Massachusetts in Cambridge, not far from the restaurant location in Brighton. He's familiar with the rules and regulations of the City of Boston's licensing board, the ABCC, and the laws of the Commonwealth as pertains to the serving of alcoholic beverages, particularly as he has experience, as I mentioned, for almost 20 years in the restaurant business and recently as an owner and operator of a restaurant in Cambridge with a beer and wine license. We've been in contact with the city, with Connor Newman, who's also introduced us to Frank Mendoza, I think a relatively new, but anyway, our community liaison in the Alston-Brighton area. As there are no changes to the operation or hours of the restaurant or its configuration, we were advised that at this point, no community engagement process was necessary. In the spring, we may hope to benefit the community with some outdoor seating, and at that point, as we've already started this discussion process, we'll be in touch with the city's liaison and expecting to have those meetings if we're able to pursue the outdoor seating options. But for now, since the location has been closed for a little while due to the prior owner's family health issues, we're trying to just get it up and running as soon as possible so as not to lose the goodwill that's associated with the location. With the help of Maria Farrell at the City of Boston, we are pursuing simultaneously a temporary CV license without the transfer of this alcoholic beverage license, just to get the operation up and running, get the food service working until hopefully this fuller license application can be approved by the board. I think that's a complete presentation, but we're certainly here to answer any of your further questions and want to thank you for your time and consideration this morning.
Thank you, Attorney, and thank you for covering the manager of record questions. I'm just taking a quick look at the description. I don't think I have any further questions at this time. Commissioner Saxon or Commissioner Curran, do you?
I do not. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your time this morning.
Thank you. Item number 11 has already been approved by the board. It is only on the agenda to correct a defect that was in the notice sent to abutters. Calling item number 12, Stark Hospitality LLC, doing business as Hugh, located at 90 Exeter Street, holder of a common victular 7-day alcoholic beverages license, has petitioned to provide bottle service on their licensed premise. Attorney Tom Miller. Attorney Miller.
Thank you, Danny. Good morning, Chairwoman Joyce, Commissioners, Secretary Green, Tom Miller on behalf of the licensee. I am joined today by Nick Saber, the manager of record, and members of the ownership team, George Abajadi and Stephen Saber. Stark Hospitality has applied to have the bottle service, as you said, to their license. They believe this will enhance the ambiance of the supper club concept, and that it matches well with the concept and the menu of shared plates with a globally inspired style for those patrons who want this type of service. With the application, the licensee included their guidelines, proposed guidelines for table service. While I won't go through all of them here, I will hit a couple of the highlights. All staff members, including the table host, will have a safe alcohol service certification. A host will be assigned to each table requesting this service. They will be the only person allowed to handle the bottle and will not leave bottles unattended at the tables. The ownership and management team has had experience operating establishments with table service. Both one of the owners, who's with us today, George, and the general manager of the establishment have experience training and supervising staff to appropriately provide this amenity to those patrons who request it. The licensee is proposing that they provide bottle service from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. This is a brief overview of what we're proposing. We want to thank you for hearing this application today and would be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, Attorney Miller. Thanks for providing all that information to us. Could you explain the setup here? Will every table have bottle service, or is it by reservation or just a few tables? I didn't have an opportunity to dig into your submission.
Yep. So this is in the lower level of the supper club area for the specific tables that are being proposed to have this amenity. I'm actually going to let Nick answer that question.
Yes, those tables will be by excuse me, by reservation. Sorry about that.
And about how many tables, like, explain to me this floor, how many tables, is the entire floor table service by reservation, or will there be a mix?
It's about 10 tables.
Okay. And again, is it the entire floor, or are there
Yeah,
other tables
that whole section, yes.
And what, Attorney Miller or Mr. Saber, you can explain, what are your other venues that have table service?
George Abajadi who is part of the ownership team here, also is part of the ownership team of GSTH Bijou. Bijou operates with table service as a condition of their license.
Okay. Thank you. I don't have any other questions. Commissioner Saxon or Commissioner Curran?
None from me, thank you.
Not this time, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes, good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board. My name is Maggie Van Scoy with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. At this time, our office would like to defer to the judgment of the board. Due to personal turnover in our office, I did not hold the abutters meeting for this proposal, but I know that there were some concerns from abutters about this establishment staying open so late and also providing bottle service. They also met with the Neighborhood Association of Back Bay. That organization voted not to oppose this, provided the kitchen stays open until shortly before closing time.
Good morning, Madam of the Chair, members of the board, Ana Calderon from Council President Flynn's office. The councilor would like to go on record in support. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? I see a raised hand from Conrad Armstrong. Mr. Armstrong, you may unmute and provide testimony.
Hi, everyone. I'm Conrad Armstrong from Marlborough Street. I'm representing the Neighborhood Association of Back Bay. Stark Hospitality met with us nearly a year ago about the transfer of the liquor license, which we did not oppose. I didn't realize till just today that this is an application for bottle service. At the time that we did not oppose, their concept was explicitly for a more of a dining club and not a nightclub. The neighbors are concerned about this. When I hear bottle service, we think nightclub, not dinner service. And I'm curious why you think a dinner club needs bottle service. It makes it sound more of a nightclub, which is something the neighbors are obviously concerned about because the previous iteration of Storyville as a nightclub had a lot of problems.
Thank you, Conrad. I apologize. I wasn't part of the team that presented to you at that point. This is a supper club. This is as we said at our hearing for the transfer of the license, and as we presented to you presented to the Neighborhood Association of Back Bay, this is a supper club. This is not intended to be a nightclub. This does not, this is a table service, a table establishment without a large dance floor or any dance floor really of any note. It is multiple sections where people can sit down, enjoy a meal from a globally inspired menu. The focus isn't on late night dancing and partying. This is a restaurant. We are proposing to keep, or we are keeping our kitchen open until 1:30 as we agreed to previously. This is just an amenity for those who are coming to spend the evening with us and want this type of service. It is not a transition from one concept to another. This fits in with the concept we have originally proposed to you.
Thank you, Attorney Miller. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? With no further testimony, the board will take this under advisement as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Calling item 13, Sodexo Operations LLC, doing business as Chase Sapphire Lounge by the Club, located at 200 Logan Airport Terminal B in East Boston, has applied for an airport common victular 7-day all alcoholic beverages license to be exercised on the above 11,570 square feet business lounge located within Terminal B, Pier A of Logan Airport, providing food and beverage to airline passengers. Premise is 1 story with a kitchen and a dining area. Seating count is 241. Legal occupancy is 446. There are 2 entrances, exits to the premises via elevator, as well as 2 emergency egress stairs. Manager Noah Smith, closing time 11 p.m. Who is present on behalf of the applicant? Oh, hang on, Amanda Taylor, I believe you're speaking, but you're on mute right now. There we
Hi,
go.
sorry. Amanda Taylor here, representing Sodexo Operations LLC, and the manager Noah Smith is also here.
Great, thank you. If you could briefly present your proposal to the board.
Sure. So this is an application for an all alcohol license for a passenger lounge at Logan Airport. Sodexo has multiple licenses already in Massachusetts, also another passenger lounge at Logan Airport. So this is just another lounge that they're going to be operating there, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Turn it over to the board. Chairman Joyce, do you have any questions for Ms. Taylor or for the proposed manager of record? Oh, you're on mute right now.
Thank you. Hold on. Is Mr. Smith here? Oh, there he is. Thank you.
Good morning.
I'm sorry. I'm just going to go over the manager of record questions one more time. Are you a citizen?
Yes.
Are you a resident of Massachusetts?
Yes, I am.
And what is your experience in the food and beverage industry?
I've been a manager for 15 plus years. I've been working with Sodexo for 4+ years, already in the airport in another passenger lounge. Sorry, I have a cold, excuse me. I'm familiar with the ABCC laws and the city alcohol service laws, and I'm tip certified as well.
Thank you. I don't have any further questions. Commissioner Saxon or Commissioner Curran?
I do not, thank you.
And for me, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement as well. Thank you. And calling item number 14, Cured Inc., doing business as Cured, located at 83 Charles Street, has applied for a retail package store wines and malt beverages license to be exercised on the above on first floor and basement of a 4-story building, approximately 1,300 square feet. First floor, approximately 650 square feet with no seating for patrons. Preparation area and service counter located in rear. Single cooler, approximately 50 cubic feet, and shelving containing wine and malt beverages for off-premise consumption located at rear left adjacent to service counter. Basement, approximately 650 square feet, including general storage and storage for wine and malt beverages. Main entrance and exit located on Charles Street, emergency exit located at rear. Manager, Billion Rosanek, closing time 7:30 p.m. Attorney Leslie Delaney Hawkins. Attorney Hawkins.
Good afternoon. Good morning, Commissioners, Executive Secretary Green, and Chairwoman Joyce. Leslie Delaney Hawkins with the law firm of Prince LaBelle Ty, having an address of 1 International Place. And with me today on behalf of Cured Inc. is Gilly Rosnek, the majority owner of the applicant entity and the proposed manager of record. We're before you today seeking a Section 15 retail wine and malt beverages license to be exercised at our existing establishment at 83 Charles Street. By way of background, Cured commenced operations as a fast casual made-to-order charcuterie business with a common victular license issued by this board in June of 2021. Our hours of operation, which we are not proposing to alter, are Sunday through Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Thursday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Our space is small. It's only 650 square feet. And what we're seeking is approximately 50 cubic square feet of cooler space and approximately 3 feet of shelving for the display of beer and wine for off-premise consumption. We are not seeking an all alcoholic beverages retail package store, and we're not seeking to change our concept in any way. We're simply requesting this beer and wine license as an additional amenity to our customers. In terms of our employees, we have 8 employees at this time, all of whom will be tip certified. All individuals will be identified when they're purchasing beer or wine. Their identification will be checked with backup identification in the event that it's an out-of-state ID. We respectfully request that there is a public need for this license at the location. Charles Street, as the board is aware, is a bustling location with both commercial and residential residents, as well as thousands of visitors who come into the community every day. There are absolutely other full service retail package stores in the area, and we're not seeking to meet the same public need as those retail package stores. Again, we're simply seeking an amenity. There is no business model similar to Cured in Beacon Hill offering this unique fast casual charcuterie. There's also no business model similar to Cured in the entire city. We are seeking this license for a small selection of wine and malt beverages with a focus on local women and BIPOC owned producers. Again, customers purchasing their made to order charcuterie could purchase a bottle of wine or malt beverages to complement their meal. This is in no way changing our proposal as it currently, our operations as it currently exists. And we feel that the fact that this is an existing operation that has had no complaints in the community, coupled with the fact that this is unique and this would be an amenity unlike anything else in the neighborhood, and again, combined with the over 340 signatures in support of the license, demonstrates a clear public need. In regards to the character and fitness of the applicant, Gilly is a U.S. citizen. She is a resident of the Commonwealth. She's familiar with the rules and regulations of the board and the ABCC as they pertain to the sale and service of alcohol, and she does have experience in the industry. She has been in the hospitality industry for over 5 years, including successfully operating this establishment since June of 2001. She is tip certified as well. In terms of outreach, we held an abutters meeting sponsored by the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. We did not receive any opposition at that meeting. We also appeared before the Beacon Hill Civic Association and obtained a vote of non-opposition. Based on the foregoing, we respectfully submit that there is a public need for this unique concept with a beer and wine retail package store at this location. And we're here to answer any questions by the board.
Thank you very much. Chairwoman Joyce, do you have any questions for the applicant?
Thank you. Thank you, Attorney Delaney Hawkins, and thank you for joining us today. Is it Gilly?
Yes.
And you've been operating here since June 2021. I just want to, this is very unique. In my time on the board, I haven't heard anything like this. I think it's the first time we've received such an application. So just to be clear, it's 3 feet of shelving total?
It would be 3 feet of shelving with multiple shelves next to 50 cubic square feet of cooler space.
Okay, that's right, kind of cooler space. Okay, I don't have any other questions. Commissioner Saxon or Commissioner Curran?
None for me, thank you.
Not at this time, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes, hello again, Madam Chair and members of the board. My name is Maggie Van Scoy from the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. At this time, our office would like to defer to the judgment of the board. We held an abutters meeting for this, and as mentioned, there was no opposition at that meeting. They also met with the Beacon Hill Civic Association and did receive a vote of non-opposition subject to a good neighbor agreement. Our office received some photos of a petition at the establishment with over 340 signatures in support. We also received 1 letter in support and 1 letter in opposition.
Thank you very much. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Board will take this under advisement as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Those are all of the items before the board this morning that will adjourn this morning's transactional hearing. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.